Viewers, from Tamil Nadu to Kerala, the face-off between government and governors only escalating. First, there was high drama in the Tamil Nadu Assembly today as the governor staged a walkout, alleging insult to the national anthem. The governor refused to read the customary address by the state government. The Raj Bhavan also released a 13-point communication on why the governor refused to read out the state government's statement. In its letter, the Raj Bhavan accused the government of switching off his mic multiple times, claimed that the DMK government wanted Governor Ravi to read out details which were misleading and unsubstantiated. The letter ended by stating that the national anthem and fundamental constitutional duty was disregarded. But the government had a completely different take to it. Slamming the governor, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister said that every year the governor refuses to read out the address and that governors in multiple non-BJP states were creating trouble for the state governments. Accusing the governor of violating the custom, DMK said that it will amend the constitution to remove the governor's address.
Tamil Nadu Assembly has an way of, working. Tamil Nadu Assembly starts with Tamil Thai Valtu and then ends with the national anthem. That is what has happened today. But he is not ready to hear anything. He simply doesn't want to read the victorious schemes of this government. He just wants India Alliance to be shown as an non-people-friendly government.
While Honorable Governor was addressing the Assembly, they switched off the mic. Intentionally adopting this strategy of fighting with the Honorable Governor, the DMK, to hide all their failures and their misadministration and their corruption. So they want to hide all those things by way of adopting this technique of fighting with the Lok Bhavan and Honorable Governor.
The DMK government gave a speech of Tamil Nadu governor which is filled with all false and fake and fudged data. The governor categorically refused to state the same and speak the same. It is shame on DMK to give fake and fudged and false data in the governor's address.
See, the governor is a silly man occupying a high constitutional office. His behavior so forth has proved that he is silly beyond redemption. He knew this is what is going to happen, so he prepared a speech, enacted a drama and ran away. We could say that these are all the frustrations of Mr. Amit Shah, vomited out through the mouth of Mr. Ravi.
Viewers, the Tamil Nadu governor and the government have been at loggerheads multiple times over the past few years. Let me take you through their unending saga. One, we have seen how the Tamil Nadu government and governor were having a face-off when he was appointed governor of Tamil Nadu way back in 2021. He, of course, delivered the customary address in 2022. In 2023, there were altered portions of the speech that were put out. In 2024, he refused to read the full customary address as well. In 2025, walked out without reading the speech. And now in 2026, he's walked out without reading the speech as well. But it's not just Tamil Nadu where we're seeing this kind of politics take place. In Kerala Assembly's budget session also got off to a dramatic start, with Governor Rajendra Arlekar omitting parts of his policy address and Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan later reading out parts that the governor skipped. Parts of the speech that Arlekar did not read out were two portions that targeted the BJP government at the centre. In another portion critical of the centre, Arlekar added the phrase, "My government feels," which triggered this controversy.
ചില കൂട്ടിച്ചേർക്കലുകളും ഒഴിവാക്കലുകളും വരുത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളത് അംഗങ്ങളുടെയും ചെയറിന്റെയും ശ്രദ്ധയിൽപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു. മന്ത്രിസഭ അംഗീകരിച്ച നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗത്തിലെ ഖണ്ഡിക 12, 15, 16 എന്നിവയിൽ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ഗവർണറുടെ പ്രസംഗത്തിൽ ചില മാറ്റങ്ങൾ വരുത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്.
ഭരണഘടന അനുസരിച്ച് 175, 176 ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ അനുസരിച്ച് ക്യാബിനറ്റ് അംഗീകരിക്കുന്ന പ്രസംഗമാണ് ഗവർണർ വായിക്കേണ്ടത്. ഗവർണർ അത് ഡെലിബറേറ്റായി മനഃപൂർവ്വമായി അത് വിട്ടുകളയോ കൂട്ടിച്ചേർക്കുകയോ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് തെറ്റാണ്. ഗവർണർക്ക് അതിനുള്ള അധികാരമില്ല. സ്വന്തം കാര്യങ്ങൾ പറയാൻ ഉള്ള റോളല്ല ഗവർണറുടെ നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗം. അതിനോട് ഗവൺമെന്റ് പറഞ്ഞതിനോട് ഞങ്ങൾ യോജിക്കുന്നു.
Because everybody knows the governor's address is formulated to explain the activities and programs of that government. He represents the government. He cannot give his personal opinion.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let me introduce our guest. Joining us at this point of time is Srikanth Karunesh, state spokesperson of Tamil Nadu BJP. We have SS Sriram, political analyst, joining us. A. Saravanan, national spokesperson of the DMK, is with us. Kamruzaban Chowdhury is a political analyst, joining us. S. Balan is a supporter of the left. Let me start with you first. Saravanan, what has been stated by the governor is that the speech contained unsubstantiated, misleading claims, ignored grave issues like women's safety, Dalit atrocities, drugs, suicides. Should the assembly insist on a speech being read out unquestioned, and why?
So when did the governor become the opposition party leader? If he has become one, then he can make all these claims. He is a governor. By the constitutional scheme of things, he is a rubber stamp, a yes man and a postman. He does not have any other duty beyond that. If he feels it is below his dignity to go and read out a speech prepared by the government, which is voted to power by the people of the state of Tamil Nadu, then he should have resigned this post and run away from the state of Tamil Nadu instead of running away from the assembly. He has insulted the people of Tamil Nadu. Assembly is the temple of democracy, and he insulted the temple of democracy by running away, by not singing this Tamil Thai Valthu. That is how the governor has constantly undermined the constitution. What power he has? If he wants to question the government, let him resign the post, join BJP or the RSS, be a spokesperson for them, ask these questions.
Okay, let me put that question across to Srikanth Karunesh. Srikanth Karunesh, you know, there is a fact and there is a custom in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. What the DMK is saying is that the custom has to be followed, where there is Tamil Thai Varta that first comes in, and after the address there is the national anthem. The governor wants to change that, but can he really demand the changing of what is already a precedent in the Tamil Nadu Assembly? Every state has its own precedents.
Wonderful. Good evening to Madhavdas G and all my fellow panelists. I just want to ensure a few things I have to tell you. Until 1991, Tamil Nadu Assembly was singing national anthem in the beginning and at the end also. Only after 1991, Madam Jayalalitha made this change. Okay, DMK is following the footsteps of Madam Jayalalitha. Wonderful. I accept that. Secondly, I do admit, Governor, whatever he has written in the statement, what he has sent from the Raj Bhavan, Lok Bhavan, so that statement he cannot read in the governor's speech. I know the disadvantages of the DMK government is well known to the public. He cannot read it in the mic there, but he can only read the statement written by a bureaucrat. But he cannot read a bhajan written by the DMK party. He cannot be a DMK spokesperson. He can be a governor and talk whatever Tamil Nadu government has written. If the governor speech contains super CM and they are calling as rockstar CM, all these contents are there, means how can a governor can read all these things? Will it not be childish if he is reading? He has not insulted the people. Had he read this governor's speech, no, then people might think it's an insult to them, because people are aware of DMK government's all misruling and all the deeds. People are aware. Every scam is well known to public. See, this is a well orchestrated conspiracy by the DMK government. They wanted governor to walk out. He didn't walk out. He was chased out. Okay. Because within 2 minutes, our Honorable CM is reading a pre-written statement that the governor has walked out of this house. How is it possible? How the CM knows that the governor is going to walk out? It's all preconceived thing. They have drafted this conspiracy. They are always creating some controversy.
It's preconceived, drafted conspiracy. Respond to that, Saravanan.
See, it's very laughable. This conspiracy theories floating around the governor. Why should we conspire against the governor? He himself is digging himself into a hole from which he cannot come out. We all knew what last year he did. This year he did not make any request that the national anthem has to be done first. He did not put out any request that he will not participate. He will walk away if the national anthem is not sung first. It is our president, rightly pointed out by you, in an assembly, whenever there is no codified law, whatever is followed as customary practice has the same strength of law, codified law. So when from 1991 in the last 35 years, if this is what has happened, then that has got the strength of law. The governor has to follow that. What business he has got to follow it? And the moment he walks out of the assembly, runs out of the assembly, the the Raj Bhavan handles issue a press release. So who is prepared? Who is conspired? It is the governor who is conspiring against the state of Tamil Nadu. That's what. It is directly, see, whatever Mr. Amit Shah has put out.
No, but let me ask you. Let me ask you. Let me just ask you. Sarvanan, let me ask you some of the questions that have been raised by the governor. The governor said that Tamil Nadu slipped from 4th to 6th place as far as FDI is concerned. 12 lakh crore investment claims are mostly MOUs on paper. He's also referred to Tamil Nadu as the suicide capital of India. Now, instead of just saying that these are malicious claims, surely you put down the data. You counter the governor with facts. You have an entire government apparatus at your disposal. Table the facts in the assembly and expose him, if at all he's being untrue.
See, Mr.
Amit Shah
does not have
answer the question. It's not about Amit Shah. I'm asking about your state government. Please answer the question.
I am answering. Madhav, I'm not here to yes or no. I'm not here to say yes or no. Allow me to speak. Sir, Mr. Amit Shah does not believe the ADMK leaders or the BJP leaders. Yes, allow me to speak. Yes, just give me a few minutes. Give me a few seconds. So what is he doing? When these allegations are made by, these baseless allegations are made by the ADMK leaders or the BJP leaders, the people of Tamil Nadu just brush aside them, just throw them in the dustbin. So he wants the office stamp of approval from the governor's office. He thinks he can hoodwink the people. This is the conspiracy of Mr. Amit Shah.
Sarvanan, you're not answering my question. Let it be Amit Shah's conspiracy. Let us assume the governor, as you are saying, is lying. No, why don't you expose him with facts? You have all the data, whether it comes to FDI, whether it comes to MOUs, whether it comes to suicide. All this is public data. You can easily expose him.
Yes, Madhav. Yes, Madhav. When the point is that he has no business, he is abusing his official position. He's sticking in his position without any issue, without any legal records. That is the reason why.
All right, I've asked the question twice. I don't intend to press any further, but I want Sriram to respond to that. Sriram, do you think that the question has been properly addressed? And the question repeatedly is that this is not happening only in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala also, and in other states which are not ruled by the BJP. The allegation of opposition is that the office of the governor is being misused. Your response to that?
Madhav, the governor's role is to preserve and protect the constitution. The chief minister's role is to abide by the constitution. When the chief ministers breach the constitution or when they go out of constitution, it is the duty of the governor to protect it. And the governors of today are not the gulams of the past. They will stand up to the spirit of the constitution. Now, both the governments, both the state government, both Tamil Nadu and Kerala governments have breached the constitution. While what is wrong when we can amend constitutions to suit the current requirements of the country, a governor's request to play a national anthem during the start of the assembly, why can't you do that? What stops you from not doing that? Why do you disrespect the governor? And why do you expect the governor to speak all your false claims, saying that the governor should read this? And when the opposition leader demanded for a white paper on the FDI funds to Tamil Nadu, you know what this government did? They showed a plain white paper mocking the leader of the opposition, saying this is the white paper. And they come and give lecture here. Shame on them. And this is exactly what the governor has done, and he will definitely do and show a place to governments run by DMK and the communists in Kerala. Now, how can the Communist Party? Let me complete this, Madhav. How can the Communist Party expect the central government's representative to criticize the central government? What was the logic in it? You are supposed to be reading the policy and not your political statements. Both these governments deserve to be placed the way way that they have been placed.
Okay, S. Balan, respond to that. How can you play politics when it comes to the governor's speech? You know, it's one thing to have a policy statement as far as the government is concerned. This is also a political stunt ahead of elections that is being alleged by the BJP and BJP supporters.
Sir.
Respond to that.
Yes, please listen to me. Yes, please listen to me. Let us speak law. Let us speak constitution. Governor cannot prepare his own speech and he has to address the state legislature, the speech policy matter prepared by the Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister. Article 163. Governor should act according to the decision of the cabinet headed by the Chief Minister. He violated Article 163. The law mandates, there are judgments of the various High Court and Supreme Court. The governor cannot edit, delete or add to the address prepared by the government. Then Article 176 of the Constitution of India, it is mandatory for the governor to address the policy matters prepared by the state government. I think both the governors, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, they are representing the Nagpur, not the Constitution or President of India. They are unfit to be governors. See, he cannot prepare his own speech. He has a political
no, but Mr.
background
Balan,
to that.
Mr. Balan,
both the governors.
Mr. Balan, if there is a political messaging happening in that particular speech, how will the person read it if he is a representative center is the question that Mr. Sriram is asking you. Answer that.
That is the Constitution. Please, the speaker of BJP, let them read. What article?
No, policy decisions are very different from
163.
No, policy positions are very different from criticizing the center.
No, this is not different. Governor has no business. So 1 second, the state governor of Tamil Nadu should understand in the Uttar Pradesh Assembly 150th Assembly celebration, they sung Vande Mataram, not the national anthem. In Kerala, while Vande Mataram train, they sung RSS song. This is violated by the BJP, Congress, BJP and RSS everywhere. This Tamil Nadu governor and Kerala governor, they shall be dismissed, unfit to be governors. Their role is childish.
Okay, respond to that. Shrikant Karunesh, your response.
They are not acting
actually,
within
they
the
are talking
provisions
about
of
the tradition which is followed for so many years. No, that becomes the rule of law. I tell you one thing, on the day of opening, only governor speaks and the speaker speaks. How can Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu drafted such a long speech and he can speak on the very opening day? When the assembly is opening, only these two people are talking for decades together from the time of independence. Only two persons are allowed to speak. Governor will speak, speaker will address. And how come our Chief Minister is making such a big statement and speaker is allowing him to talk, criticizing the center government and the government? This is unfair. When they say we are hailing for tradition and how they are immediately violating a tradition, that is one point. Second point, governor can only talk about the policy matters of the Tamil Nadu government, but he cannot be a trumpet for DMK and say all their slogans and claim to be the advocating person for DMK's policies and principles. He cannot talk for DMK. He can only talk for Tamil Nadu. And they have to honor the decorum of the seat. What language they are using. Our DMK spokesperson friend is calling him a silly person because that shows their mentality. Because this is not the first time. When 3-4 consecutive years, he is walking out asking for the national anthem to be sung in the first. It is going to take only 2 minutes. Itna jiddi kyun kar rahe hain? Why they are doing it? Because they are so adamant on their policy that we will not sing national anthem in the beginning. They can very well adopt at least some other thing.
Okay, let me bring in Kamruzaman Chaudhary now. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, I just want to remind our viewers of what happened during the UPA years. And let me remind you of a governor called Kamla Beniwal and the number of decisions she took, appointing a Lokayukta on her own, stalling bills. So it's not like the Congress or the UPA government at the center has done any different. If it was acceptable then it has to be acceptable now.
No, Madhav, you are absolutely wrong. If it was acceptable then, and the Honorable Supreme Court has educated after that, it cannot be acceptable now. You have to accept it. If Congress has done a wrong, it doesn't give the BJP permission to do the same thing again. First point. Second point, when we come to the manufactured, the disputes of like the Kerala and the Tamil Nadu template, you can add that the West Bengal template also to that. You must be reminded about the Nabam Rabia in the Arunachal Pradesh case, the famous case in 2016 where the Supreme Court observed the governor is not an agent of the center but a constitutional head who must act on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. It also said that discretionary powers of the governor are limited and cannot be expanded at will on the advice of the BJP's ministers or the PMO in the center. The governor will act only on the advice of the state's cabinet ministers and the Council of Ministers, not on the advice of the RSS at Nagpur or the BJP headquarters in Delhi.
Wonderful.
This has to be very much clearly understood.
In the year 1969, in the West Bengal Assembly, just one second, I'm just coming in here because this is relevant to the topic of the governors and reading out speeches. Let me just remind you, I am reading out, in fact, from a news report. In March 1969, the government of United Front formed in 67 was dismissed by the same governor. The address prepared for delivery criticized the governor for dismissal. He asked the ministry to delete the portions critical of him, and then when he was informed that would not happen, the governor did not agree to the advice and informed Chief Minister that he would not read the paragraphs which he felt were objectionable. This has happened in the state of West Bengal. There is a precedent to this.
No, I agreed. You are citing a 1969 example, but India has progressed as a great federal nation so long, after 75 years. Today, what we see is that the damage that has been done by the Bharatiya Janata Party to the institution, constitutional authorities is irreversible. Whether it be the Election Commission of India, we saw what a tight slap they got from the Supreme Court yesterday. Whether it be the governor's role in the opposition ruled state, whether it is the misuse of the investigating agencies, they have weaponized each and every constitutional authority to suit their political agenda. Madhav, I am very sorry. I cannot support such a blatant misuse of the constitutional powers in harassing and abusing the powers of an elected government in any state. And mind you, Madhav, 10 years down the line or 50 years down the line, whether we'll be alive or not, but the damage that the Bharatiya Janata Party...
Well, in BP Singhal versus Union of India, there's also the famous BP Singhal Union of India case of 2010, where the dismissal of 4 governors right after the UPA government came into power, Supreme Court made it unequivocally clear that a governor is not an agent of the Union of India, as Sarvanan seems to suggest that he's a rubber stamp. Sarvanan, let me read out this judgment to you, where he says he's not a political appointee of any party and can't be removed because a new government or ideology comes to power. So our entire argument that he's a rubber stamp is not really in effect. That's what the Supreme Court has said.
See, securing a tenure of the governor is one thing, but what are his functions? He's only a rubber stamp. He's a yes man, and again he has a postmaster. These 3 are his roles in the constitutional scheme of things. Anybody suggesting otherwise is not aware of the constitution or deliberately lying to suit their political agenda.
The Supreme Court in November last year.
Speak about this gentleman.
These are desperate statements from a desperate party which is going to go out of power come in the month of May. They're going to be out of power and they'll be desperate to make such kind of silly statements and enjoy making such statements.
No abusive language. No, Sarvanan, that is not correct. You cannot use abusive language. I do not allow it on the show. You may not agree with his opinion. You have no right to abuse him. This is not correct. No, this is not correct. Nobody has used any abusive language against you. Do not do that. No, you cannot ask somebody. You cannot use the words that you did because he will use a similar abuse. You will also not like it. No, do not do that. Do not do that. That is incorrect. You argue with him all you want, but do not use abusive language. Please. It's a request to everybody.
Madhav, I did not use any.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Let's not get down. Let's not go down that road.
You get out. You get out. If you don't want to listen, get out of the show.
You get
out.
No, Sarvanan, no, I'm sorry, Mr. Sarvanan. You cannot use this kind of language. This is not acceptable at all. You have to control your temper and your language on national television. I want Mr. Sriram to respond to that. Yes, Sriram.
Kind of languages he uses on governor, and this is how this party stands for. They have absolute no local standing. Just because this man calls governor a postman, he doesn't become a postman. Just because there were postmen in the past, governor's role is not a postman's role. He stands up to the constitution. He protects the constitution and keeps the people in the place where they deserve to be kept when they breach the constitution. That's the lesson this government, that's a spokesperson who comes and sits today, kind of languages he uses. He bloody well learns from what the governor did, and let him go and uphold the constitution. Let them abide by the constitution.
All right. Sarvanan, now calm down and listen to my question. Simple question of what Supreme Court said in November last year. They have said that the entire argument that governors being bound by timelines, etc., that is not justifiable, that is not justiciable, and there is no concept of deemed assent under the constitution, directly undercutting what the resolution was today to say that governor's address and bills are to be deemed read or to be deemed passed. That goes against the grain of what Supreme Court said in just November last year.
Yeah. Yes, Madhav. So, Madhav, can I get your assurance that nobody will interfere?
Go on, the floor is yours. As long as nobody uses abusive language, I have no problem. Please go ahead and make your argument.
Yes. Yeah. See, that's what, Madhav, they are not even able to speak. They are not able to stomach the constitutional scheme of things. They go haywire with their interferences. See, the Supreme Court, Justice Pardiwala, clearly said that the governor, that is this gentleman, the man who he labeled as silly, his behavior as silly, he said he acted under extraneous considerations. So what does that mean? And how can he hold this post when the Supreme Court has indicted him like that? On what basis he is still sticking in the post? If he is a honorable man, he would have resigned after that great condemnation from the Supreme Court of India. He would have run away from the state of Tamil Nadu. But he did not do that. Why is he not doing that? Because he is doing the bidding of Mr. Amit Shah. Mr. Amit Shah is not able to do anything.
Arguments earlier in the show as well. Quick response from Shrikant Karunesh. Quick response, please.
Yeah, this very statement of DMK spokesperson says very clearly how they would have dealt with our governor. He's talking to a respectable intellectual political analyst, Mr. Sriram, to get out, because they cannot listen anything against DMK. They get irritated. Immediately they say, walk out, walk out, walk out. This is how they are dealing with our governor also. Okay. And secondly, very important thing is, they say he is only a rubber stamp. DMK is scared of the rubber stamp.
That argument, of course, we have also, there are points that have come up in the debate in opposition to that. But I'm sorry, Mr. Karunesh, I'm interrupting you. We are completely out of time. Shrikant Karunesh, SS Sriram, A. Sarvanan, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, and S. Balan, thank you so much for joining us this evening.